Hello YouTube and welcome back to Chef Lethal Plays Path of Exile, the Legacy of Phrecia 2.0. And guys, I hate to break it to you right in the beginning of the episode here, but I think this is the one. I wanted to make an official farewell to Phrecia because today is Monday the 16th and the event ends on Thursday the 19th, I think, whatever that date is, but it ends on Thursday. So I'm going to get this update, this episode up on Tuesday, the 17th, and so only a few days left in the event. I want to kind of go over my thoughts and one last go around of what the character looks like. I just want to start by saying I had an absolute blast. I blasted as much as I possibly could with this character. I wish it would last longer. Honestly, I still have time with this character. I did not get nearly as much done as I wanted to or tried to. Man, 3 weeks, it flew by, and I played as much as I could. It was pretty much the only game I played in my free time was Legacy of Phrecia, and I could not get near as much as I wanted to get done. But that's okay, because I still had a really, really good time. And I want to go over some of the stuff here. So, looking at my passive tree, I made some adjustments here, just kind of like little bits and bobs to try to fit in some of the other stuff that I got. So I got this cluster jewel, both of these cluster jewels actually. This one to give me fuel to fight and martial prowess. So we've got fuel to fight there, getting more damage while leeching and increased attack speed. Martial prowess, getting more attack speed and damage. And then I got this other medium cluster that gives me basics of pain and pressure points. So more damage, critical strike chance, and critical strike chance with chance to deal double damage. I have a timeless jewel here, which I think the main reason of getting this particular jewel like seed was to get a node that I had to anoint for, which is over here, acuity, to get that 5% chance to deal double damage. That was the main thing. Some of these are not really great additions. Like with a 20% increased melee damage, that's nice. More melee damage. These dex nodes give me more strength, which is nice. All the small nodes, it looks like, give a lot to strength, which is cool. Some extra fire damage, totem damage, which, you know, obviously that's not great. This is more totem damage. Like, fishing for a timeless jewel is absolutely painful. It's so painful. I really didn't like it. If there was a better way for them to make the timeless jewels, there won't be. They're not going to change it, but man, it's such a pain to try to find the seed and then pray that there's somebody out there that's got one of the ones that you need, that's got at least one of the nodes, you know. So there's I could make a whole video about trying to fish for a timeless jewel. Speaking of, I said I anointed my amulet. I decided I'm not going to be able to upgrade any of the gear. There's no point. So I just went ahead and did the anointment for acuity. It was pretty cheap. I think it was like, I think the most expensive one on there was like a black oil, and that was just a handful of chaos. I just quickly put some Eldritch implicits on the gear that it could go on. So not terribly amazing. I decided, or found out, I guess, that I really needed a diamond flask. So I've got that, and that was kind of it. I mean, it's been super chill. I feel like this build was the very definition of a good league starter build, if the league was longer than 3 weeks, because it takes care of groups of monsters pretty quickly, and that was really nice. So after Thursday, after the league ends, this build and every other Phrecia build is going to go back into Keepers of the Flame League, where it will die, because these builds rely on special Phrecia ascendancies and mechanics that don't exist in the base game. So I did ask Google if there's anything I could respec into should I want to keep this character, because I mean, it's a level 92 character. And it recommended an ephemeral edge. I could keep like lightning strike, but transition to an ephemeral edge and still try to get a Svalin and all this stuff. And I'm like, the league is almost over. I'm not going to do all that. So I just want to, while we're kind of chit-chatting here, I'm going to run a T15. It's the highest level map I have. So I'll just run it and see how it goes. We'll do Maven Witness, why not? But yeah, it's been absolutely fantastic. I've absolutely had a blast. I played a build I would never have guessed to try in the base game. The Lightning Strike build was really fun. Frustrating at times, but pretty fun. So we'll have to, wait and see if I can take this experience and move it into next league. I don't know if I'm going to continue the series next season, next league, whatever. Just because, honestly, if I'm being a little selfish, the viewership's dropped off a little bit, and I'm not really offering anything new to the genre of Path of Exile videos. Sorry, my voice is going out. I'm getting emotional talking about it. Like, I'm not offering anything new. I'm just playing the game. I'm not a juicer. I'm not an expert. I'm just playing the game. So I don't know. I don't know what we're gonna do. I'm gonna plan on not, unless the league again looks amazing. I may stream it at points, but I don't know if I'm going to do a YouTube series or anything like that. So if you want to, if you're interested in the possibility of that, or just the possibility of supporting whatever games I decide to play for an audience, you can head on over to twitch.tv/ChefLucaPlays and take a look. Of course, there's a Harbinger where the boss is. And we're back to us. I don't plan on going away, just taking a break from the YouTube portion of the game, I guess, because it's hard enough sometimes to get time to play, let alone record and talk. Or if I can't talk, record, and then find more time to do voiceover. It just takes time. So if you're one of the real ones, I appreciate everybody. I appreciate every single person that has clicked on a video of mine ever. That means the world to me. It's incredible. It's very humbling to think that there are people out there that watch this goofy stuff that I do. It was a little bit easier to believe when I was a cooking streamer and was actually doing tangible skills and not just playing a video game. But it's pretty cool that people still pop in and see what's going on in the game, or just like me as a person, or as a personality, and decide to just put the videos on in the background while they do stuff and support the channel, even though it's probably not amounting to much. I don't even think I've made $1 from YouTube, which is kind of crazy. If you look at my channel, I've got hundreds of videos. I think I have 500 videos. 500 videos. You're telling me, Google, I haven't made a dime in ad revenue? This seems suspicious. My account may not be eligible for it, so I don't even know the specifics of that, so I'm not gonna get too salty about it. But I was hoping to be rich by now, honestly. Like that was kind of the idea. I see these guys that do nothing when they stream but talk to the camera, and they're millionaires, and they're 22 years old. Like, come on, man, you don't need to be a millionaire. I need to be a millionaire. These kids, man, they eat berries like it's going out of style. It's bonkers. Trying to think if there's really anything else that I have available. You know, I have a synthesized map I think I found somewhere. Let's try this map and see how it goes. The tier 10 synthesized map. We'll make sure that the Maven wants to watch it. It'd be cool if I got a T16 to try out, at least one. I did not get any Void Stones in this league, or this event. As a matter of fact, I don't have any Void Stones on my Earth Shatter build either. So that's fun. I'm glad I tried the Earth Shatter. I will not be doing it again. I think mentally I committed to it, not realizing what kind of skill it was. And it's a real keyboard skill. They used to joke that to do your flasks would be like playing a keyboard because you just hammer 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that was before like instilling orbs way back a long time ago. But that's what the build kind of feels like. The Earth Shatter, it's like you gotta do the shouts at the right time and leap slamming and doing this and doing that. Like, oh man, there's too many buttons, man. I can't do that. It's too high. We'll call it a skill issue. I just don't. You gotta pay attention to what skill, which shout. Whoa, which shouts do you have active? Does it matter? How many slams have you done? And then is it worth doing a shout so that you can explode the slam? Ooh. I'm probably not going to edit that out. That was a sneeze. Ooh. Came out of nowhere. I lied. Yeah, I knew precisely where it was coming from. I was trying to hold it back, and then it beat me. It means... Anyway. This has been fun. Like, this is really fun. This is what I mean by this would be a great like league starter to get deep into maps to generate your currency for a real character. Because you can just jump into a bunch of monsters, hammer on with the skill, tank a ton of damage. Single target ability, but you know, I could have just skipped him. I didn't have to kill him. Or I can drop a Vol skill and just run away, and whatever happens, happens. Do another one there since there's a lot of guys. Hey, just find a pack. Right click, find a pack, right click, cross point out of them, and maybe you get a cone strike. Whoa, look at all this currency. You know what's funny? I was needing GCPs. And so a few of them were dropping. A lot of chisels. There must have been a modifier that I did not read on the map. Would have been nice to know. I don't even have like 20 quality on all my gems. There's still so much more I wanted to do. I was hoping I could get the currency to get to the end game version of the build. Maybe not even the uber end game version, but at least the end game. Try to take on at least the Exarch and Eater. But no, didn't quite get that far. That's okay. A ton of gold too. Yowz. Crazy. And I remember when chisels were the thing, like you really wanted to pick up chisels. You needed the chisels. Anybody over here? Only 9 monsters remaining, so we're all right here. Matter if you're dead. What's all this over here? Oh, sure, I'll pick that up. And let's see how this goes. I've got one Vol. my automation wasn't on.
That debt only extends.
I'm speeding this up.
Justified.
Inescapable.
Obliteration.
Reconstructing early.
Necessary.
You can't really tell what's happening when there's projectiles going everywhere.
Be still.
Whoa, how are you supposed to block that? Please tell me how you're supposed to block that. I didn't put a portal down. Not gonna make that mistake again.
Obliteration.
Teach the quickening.
Necessary.
Stay out of that black square over there.
Obliteration.
Duplicating attack.
Be still.
Ooh,
Only
Gravity.
damn. He's so close. I think I just need to get a frost blink off on him. And then he's done.
I'm speeding this up.
Yep, that's all I needed to do.
I'll be forced to pursue
Just get a
those
frost blink.
close to you.
Because he was less than 10%. Let's see what we got. Not that it matters because no one's gonna buy anything.
Hello.
But you never know. We got a ring. Plus 50% cold resistance while affected by Herald of Ice. Wow. Crazy. This might actually be worth something. Ooh, this belt has 6% cold resistance. Yes, let's keep it. What a joke. Okay, I didn't get any maps. I'll be ending without running any 16s. That's okay. At 20,000 gold, just running that first map and that synthesized map. That is kind of crazy.
Huh? Who's that?
And I don't know if I'm even going to log back in to see this come to fruition, but let's set
Off
sail.
they go.
Come on in.
And he's still got jobs to do. Okay, well. Hate to break it to you guys, but I think that's the end of the episode. A bit of a short one, but I didn't really have much that I wanted to do. Of course, I just click on the map. There's not much I wanted to do other than really go through the character in its final form and show you guys what the deal was and give you my thoughts on the event and kind of the future of what I'm thinking. So more to come. Who knows if I'm gonna actually commit to not doing any more YouTube videos. You'll have to just subscribe and find out. Yeah, that's it for me today and for the near future. So thank you guys for watching this and any of the other episodes you may have tuned into. It really does mean a lot to me. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Hope you're doing all right. And I will see you next time.